Rental prices are continuing to rise across the nation, so much so that in one city you would now need a six-figure income just to afford a two-bedroom apartment. We'll tell you where up next. Your real estate news starts now. Thank you for watching your real estate news. I'm your host, Stacey Hansen. Let's take a look at your headlines. Wisconsin's existing home market remained hot in April, according to an analysis by the Wisconsin Realtors Association. Existing home sales rose 8.8% in April in 2016 over that same month in 2015. That makes April 2016 the strongest sales volume for April in Wisconsin since 2005. Those strong numbers helped to push statewide median prices to over $161,000. That's almost 5% higher than April of last year. The upward trend in prices began in April 2012 when the statewide median existing home price was at about $128,000. That means Wisconsin has seen a total growth of over 26% over a four-year period. WRA President and CEO Mike Theo commented, stating that housing demand is strong due to a growing economy and low interest rates, whereas housing supply continues to be tight statewide. Zillow's CEO recently sold his own home for much less than his site's estimate. Zillow's Spencer Raskoff sold his Seattle home for $1.5 million, though Zillow's webpage on the property showed its estimated value to be $1.75 million. That means it sold for 40% less than his estimate. Though Zillow has readily acknowledged that estimates can be inaccurate, some consumers can still take them at face value, causing headaches for agents, according to Inman. Inman suggests that sharing this recent development with clients may be one way for real estate agents to show clients that estimates are only a conversation starter for pricing a home and not the final word on its value. Zillow puts the Zestimate's national median error rate at 7.9%, meaning that half of homes are within that range of a home sales price and half are off by more than that. Zillow's senior economist also added that Zestimate in the case of Raskoff's home represents a, quote, classic luxury homes problem. He stated that Zestimates can't take into account certain non-quantifiable features that are often present in luxury homes, like layout design or lighting. The price of rent continues to rise across the country, and it's gotten so bad in some cities that folks would need a six-figure income just to afford a two-bedroom apartment. MarketWatch reports that in April, rent jumped 3.7% over the previous year. That's the highest level of rental price growth since the financial crisis. San Francisco is now the nation's priciest rental market. You would need a salary of more than $216,000 to afford a two-bedroom rental in that area, according to a study by Smart Asset. The median income in San Francisco is less than $80,000 a year, putting that two-bedroom apartment out of the average resident's reach. Smart Asset also determined the average fair market value of two-bedroom apartments in other cities around the country using a 28% rent-to-income ratio. They determined that you'd need a salary of just over $76,000 in Chicago and just under $38,000 in Detroit to afford the rent in those cities. Stick around, we'll be right back with more real estate news right after this. And welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Kirsten Goggin with Century 21. Welcome, Kirsten. Good to see you again. Now, there's been a lot of excitement about one of your listings, but we want to let people know it's actually been delayed.
Yes, 3144 Patty Lane in Middleton. Have a couple agents reach out, see if they can get in there sooner. We were going to go live a few weeks ago, but the sellers decided to hold off. It'll now be going live in the MLS June 30th. So can't get anybody in, unfortunately, until that date. But if she changes her mind again and we go live sooner, I will let everyone know.
Great. So everybody mark that date down in case further notice. Maybe it'll come a little sooner. But now, did you find properties for those buyers that you mentioned last time? You said that they had certain things in mind that they were looking for. They couldn't find it. Did you ever find it?
Two of the three, yes. So very excited about that. However, I am still looking for any lake or property owners on Lake Mendota, the north side of the lake, either Waunakee or Middleton school districts. I've got pre-qualified buyers. They're really excited, want to get into something, but you know, it's a little bit more unique property. They are willing to look at ones that might be not quite what they're looking for, and they can either remodel or tear down and build what they are wanting, or something a little bit on the higher price side where they can just move in and love it immediately. So they have a lot of options, just looking for anybody out there thinking of selling north side of Lake Mendota.
What were some of the main things that they were looking for again on those?
Well, it has to have lake access and hopefully not too many stairs between. They do have smaller kids. Obviously there'll be some stairs, but not like a long winding staircase down to the front of the lake. But can't be on one of the channels or river. It has to be right on the lake. And they would be open. They would love it if it has a boathouse, but I know not many of them do. So we're kind of open. We will consider it as long as it is Middleton or Wanakee School District and north side of the lake.
So you're looking for sellers for them. Now what about some other sellers out there? You're running a special for this summer, correct?
I am, yes. So especially for move-up buyers. So if your house is getting a little bit cramped and crowded, or if you're just thinking of selling, now is the perfect time. My inventory is really low as it is all across Dane County. They keep selling as soon as I get them. So I need listings. So if you are going to be listing anytime, if you're thinking about it even, get a hold of me, kjsellsmadison.com or sellwithkj.com, or my number 608-628-7572. I will give you a break on my listing commission, although, and I usually don't do that because my marketing packages, I have thousands more that go in to my marketing than, what you commonly think of for listing agents. I have professional photography. There's drone capability to take, especially lakefront properties or fine homes and estates. That's perfect for that. Dollhouse 3D feature, so they can virtually see your place from anywhere. They can just click on a room, it zooms in, and then a 360-degree view of that room, and you can walk through as if you're just right there in person. I also enhance my listings on Trulia Zillow, Realtor.com. So, but even though I do pour extra money into my listings, I will give you a break if you're also purchasing with me as your buyer's agent once you sell. So get a hold of me through any of those methods, and I would love to discuss it with you more.
That's a great deal for anybody out there looking to sell. Well, thank you so much, Kirsten. Good to see you again. And welcome back. I'm now with Bill Quigley. He's the branch manager at AmeriFirst Home Mortgage. So Bill, I see you have a lunch and learn regarding home purchase and renovation financing coming up soon. Can you tell us about that?
I'm really excited about having this. This is an invitation that goes out to all of the realtors in the viewing area in the Madison area. What we're doing is putting on an educational program on how you can increase your listings and increase your sales in this market where inventory is a little bit tight by learning how to use purchase renovation financing to help you get more listings and close more sales. With this program, we're going to teach you how you can help your clients that have homes that need some work, get those homes repaired by building in the financing needed within the mortgage. So buyers can purchase that home, negotiate a good purchase price, build into the mortgage the financing necessary to renovate, update the home. Your buyers will have a dream home, and you'll have more listings and more sales. The class is being taught by nationally renowned speaker Joe Daly, so the AmeriFirst Home Mortgage. He's the director of the program. He's been involved in renovation financing for over 30 years. He has a real estate background, so he'll be able to present this information real clear to the realtors, and he makes the class fun. So you're going to learn a lot, and I guarantee you're going to come away with it learning how to get more listings, make more sales. I encourage you to attend. There's two events. One is Wednesday, June the 8th. It's at 4801 Forest Run, and every realtor knows that address in the Madison area. It's 4801 Forest Run. It's from 1 to 3 on Wednesday, June the 8th. The second is at the Holiday Inn Express on Thursday the 9th from 1 to 3. It's right off John Nolan Drive near the Sheraton. And I encourage you to attend. If you're a realtor, please attend. If you're a home buyer and you can't find a home in this market where inventory is tight, please encourage your realtor to attend. This is going to learn a lot of tips to help you find that dream home.
Definitely want to take advantage of that. Now, AmeriFirst Home Mortgage is one of the leaders nationwide in loan programs that help people purchase and renovate a home into exactly what they want. Can you tell us a little bit more about how that actually works with you?
The program is fantastic, and we are one of the national leaders in this program in delivering it to the consumer and helping contractors get their draws on a timely manner so they can complete the jobs quickly. It basically works in a way that you find a home that maybe is in disrepair. Perhaps the seller can't sell it because no one can get financing on it because of the condition of the home. If you look at the home and you have a little bit of creativity and you want to update it, perhaps correct the repairs, you negotiate a good price on the home, you close on the sale, All the repairs and remodeling are done after the closing, which is very good for the realtors because if the repairs are done after the closing, it doesn't slow down the closing at all. You close on the home, you renovate it, you basically have your dream home with everything just the way you want it, and you'll have all new carpeting, update the kitchen, whichever you wish in order to make the home yours. I was told that the average listing in the greater Madison area is between 16 and 18 years old. It's the perfect time to have the water heater replaced, air conditioner, the furnace, maybe your roof needs replacing, some windows, your cabinetry might be outdated. You can take care of all of that in one mortgage with one close with one of our renovation products.
And that sounds great. It's almost like getting a brand new home. Now,
Yes.
one of your many specialties is mortgage programs with little or nothing required for down payments. So what do you offer in the way of that?
We have multiple programs that allow people to purchase a home with little to zero down. We have the USDA Rural Mortgage Program, where if you want to live just a little bit outside the Madison area, you can purchase a home with zero money down, in many cases, zero money out of pocket. We have the VA mortgage for all the veterans that have served our country and their surviving spouses, that they can purchase a home with no money down at great rates with no mortgage insurance. We do a lot of FHA financing where there's only 3.5% down required, but that down payment can be a grant, it can be a gift, it can be an advance from your employer. There's multiple ways to get the down payment funds from other sources to help you get into the home with no down payment. We also have Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac programs that have minimal down payments as low as 3%. There again, those funds can come from gift, grants, and employer advances or 401k loans.
Well, lots of great tips again today. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, great to be here.
Hey folks, welcome back to the Real Estate News. We are talking spring weather and it's certainly time to refresh your home. But if you don't have time to do a full-scale project, there's lots of great ways to make a big impact with just a small investment of your time. And here to talk about some quick tips on refreshing your home, we're very pleased to announce that we have HGTV design expert John Gidding joining us. John, how are you today?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for having me, Jessa.
Boy, we're super excited to have you. So glad to talk to you, and I'm sure you can share some of your expertise with our viewers at home. Let's talk a little bit about some of the best places to focus on when you want to just refresh your house in a snap, maybe not with too much time.
Absolutely. I find that one of the first projects people can easily embrace, especially if they're beginners to paint projects, is an accent wall. Now, an accent wall is something we all know and love. We see it in all sorts of magazines. And the way it works is you pick a room that needs some energy and some vibrancy in it, and that's your room for the accent wall. It could be a living room, bedroom. And then you pick the wall that's either the most visible or has the most impact on that room, and you paint it a color that works not only with your furniture, but also with your own personality, so you can express it a little bit. And that way, your accent wall starts bringing in some vibrancy into your room. And you have to admit, paint is one of the least expensive, most impactful ways of working with redesigning your home.
Absolutely. What a great tip, and just a great way, like you said, to sort of bring some color into a space. Let's talk a little bit for homeowners that want to really make a bold impression. Do you have any tips for them?
One of the boldest impressions you can make is the first impression you can make, which is a front door. Front door painting projects have typically been intimidating to a lot of homeowners because they find it difficult to pick a color. And I've been trying to demystify this for a long time because, in fact, it's hard to get it wrong. As long as you go with a bright, vibrant color, something that's in a jewel tone or a berry color, it's going to draw people's eyes towards the front door and really create that great first impression. Of course, this is National Painting Week, and I've teamed up with Sherwin-Williams just in time as they've come out with a brand new paint called Snap Dry. The reason this is great is because it dries in as little as an hour. So for when doing a project like painting a front door, you no longer have to worry about keeping that door open all day long while the paint dries. Instead, you can paint in the morning and you're done in the afternoon. So I'm hoping that this is fully demystifying this great project that most people can do for their homes. Now, of course, you can continue the big, bold move by painting the entire house, and I've got a couple photographs to share you of projects that I'm particularly proud of. You can really see how paint really embraces an architecture and reveals the architecture for the beauty that it is, especially in this home. And whereas right here, we didn't even paint the main house. All we did was paint the sash colors, and you can see what a huge impact, and it revealed that this is a craftsman-style home. And of course, when you bring a bright color into the front door, it really draws the eye up into the entrance, as you can see here. And that, I think, is the ultimate point of painting your front door, is to draw people's attentions to the most welcoming place in the home.
Some incredible examples, and who knew it would be so easy and also so quick. You don't think of it as being a low time commitment project, but you're saying with this paint it really can be a relatively quick fix and refresh. Well, great suggestions. Now let's talk a little bit more about, for the do-it-yourselfers at home, what are some of the trends that you're seeing, being mindful of this year for around the home for those who want to dive into a project on their own?
You know, there's a great DIY project for people that have real difficulties picking color, and that is painting their ceilings. The reason it's a no-brainer for color selection is because you're supposed to use the same color that you have on the walls, just 3 or 4 shades lighter. So you can find that same color on your paint deck, go 3 or 4 shades up, and that's the color to paint your ceilings. And this is an especially great trend for people with crown molding or medallions because it makes those details really pop.
Wow, what a smart way to do it. So you're taking all the guesswork out for us. I do appreciate that.
Good.
And talk to us a little bit. You've talked a lot about some time-saving tips already. Any other time-saving tips, but also ways to save money on some of these home decor projects?
Yeah, you know, for saving time and money, it's funny. One of the first things I tell people to do is to talk to the professionals before you start the project. There's a lot of people ready and willing to speak to you at the paint store. Go to them with the project that you want to undertake, and that way they'll get the right kind of paint for you. They'll tell you which tools to buy. There's a lot out there that you can get wrong. Might as well ask the professionals beforehand rather than after if you want to save time and money. And the other thing, of course, is to embrace technology. There's always going to be an app for it, and there's certainly an app for color selection. It's called Color Snap. I've happened to use it frequently. And the idea is that you can juxtapose different colors with one another. You can even overlay those colors on top of photographs of projects that are similar to the ones that you're about to undertake and get an impression of how the colors will work well together or not.
Wow, like you said, there is even an app for that. That's incredible. And that's really helpful because sometimes it's hard when you're in the store trying to get a feel for what you've got in a completely different space and vice versa. So what a great suggestion. Talk to us before we go a little bit about how we can find some more inspiration if needed.
Sure. There's some great inspirational photographs as well as information about the various projects that are going on underway for National Painting Week on swpaintingweek.com. And I'm involved in one of those projects too. I'm really excited, so you should check it out.
Sounds great. Well, John Gidding, what a pleasure it's been to chat with you. This is John, HGTV design expert. Thanks so much.
Thanks, bye.
We'll be back with more real estate news after this, so stick around.
And welcome back to the Real Estate News. My next guest is TV celebrity carpenter Kate Campbell. She's appeared on HGTV shows Decked Out, Disaster Decks, and Homes on Homes. She's joining us today from a beautiful outdoor living space in Virginia to share with us the latest outdoor living trends. So Kate, you've created a lot of buzz in the industry. What first drew you to building and construction, and do you have any advice for other women out there that might be looking to get into it?
I've always been extremely active, but I didn't know what I wanted to do when I graduated high school. It wasn't until I took a Women in Skilled Trades course and I picked up a power tool and I built something tangible that I realized that I really loved the skilled trades. I'm detail oriented, I love problem solving, and it keeps me extremely active. So I always tell other women, if you're interested, just go out and try it, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Because you just have to put yourself out there, and you never know what the outcome is going to be. Maybe you'll be the next carpenter.
Excellent advice. So you're obviously very good at what you do. Can you give us some tips on how to bring the indoors, or the indoors outdoors?
Yes, yeah. It's sometimes confusing, but yes, the biggest trend this year is bringing the indoors outdoors, and we are able to do that because there's been so many advances with all-weather materials and fabrics and furniture and accessories. So basically anything that you can do inside, you can do outdoors as well.
So I hear you're a big fan of comfort zones. Can you kind of describe what those are?
I do. I love comfort zones, and I think it's important to incorporate comfort zones in your outdoor space. For example, my comfort zone would be reading a book on a lounge chair in a reading nook, or in a hammock and a glass of wine. And this homeowner's comfort zone is more an outdoor TV with some outdoor composite cabinetry and a nice couch to lounge on and watch the game. So it's more important to figure out what your comfort zone is and incorporate that into your outdoor space.
So maintaining a deck can be very difficult. We see a lot of you working with decks on your shows. Is there any way that you can enjoy one without having so much labor with it?
Yes, there is. Wood decks look good at first, but you have to maintain them year after year after year. And that's why, to me, composite's a no-brainer. I'm actually sitting on a beautiful Trex Transcend Havana Gold deck, and you never have to paint it or sand it or stain it, and it won't rot, crack, warp, or splinter. And the best part about this product is that it's 95% recycled materials, so it's environmentally friendly as well, which is why I felt so inclined to partner with Trex.
A great product. So let me ask you this, how do you keep the fun going outdoors at night once the sun goes down?
You incorporate lighting. Lighting is often forgotten about when you're thinking about the whole deck design, but it's important because it extends the use into the night when it's dark. There's so many options when it comes to lights. There's riser lights, tread lights, spotlights, and accent lights, and also not forgetting about fire features. We have a beautiful outdoor fire pit here, and it acts as a natural congregation and conversation piece as well.
Looks very nice as well. How would you suggest that people can learn more about this?
They can visit Trex.com. It's an awesome tool for anyone looking to design their outdoor space. There's also a gallery of pictures that they can refer to, and if they're interested, order composite samples online so they can compare it to the architecture and style of their house.
And that sounds great. Well, thanks so much for meeting with us today. Lots of great tips. Special thanks to our guests for stopping by today and to you, our viewers, for tuning in. Be sure to join us again next week. I'm Stacy Hansen for the Real Estate News, making a positive impact and leading the real estate market.